a bit of an elaborate celebration by the Bruins bench. All of a sudden, Brad Marchand decides he has to be the one that protects the shield of integrity in the sport, which I find incredibly hypocritical, considering this guy was licking people in the face like 5 months ago. Now all of a sudden he's all about honor and integrity.
Yeah, the code doesn't necessarily apply, right?
What did you guys make of that?
Yeah.
Though? And the league didn't do anything. He's playing tonight.
And they won't do anything, you're right. And I guess I can understand the position of the National Hockey League in that he was charged with an instigator for fighting. Now, every time there's an instigator for a fight, are you going to consider supplemental discipline? Well, my response is, well, maybe. I mean, if it gets to that point where you feel like you need to, and this was really, really close. I enjoy a fight because it happens so rarely. This wasn't really that. I mean, Lars Eller, even though I think the league believes that he fought back, I mean, he had his arms in the air in sheer self-defense. That's what he was doing. Now, what if he gets his orbital bone caved in?
Yeah.
That gets pretty dicey from an injury perspective.
So why no suspension then?
Because there was an instigator called, and they just.
Don't you have to take into account who it is?
Like past history?
No, they won't. That's the basic premise of NHL jurisprudence. People don't believe it, but they say it's true. And in fact, this is an example of why it would be true, is that you never look at who commits the foul.
What?
You look at the foul. You just look at the foul.
Wow.
And you say, so if Jonas Siegel instigates a fight in Bloody Zoe, is that a suspension or is it not a suspension? And
that's the ultimate turkey.
It's either yes, or no. Now, if they say yes, and then they go, oh, it's Marchand, it's Siegel. Now they can pile on. Now they can, if they want, they can go Tom Wilson on him if they want.
So is that what happened with Wilson? They basically they would have suspended anybody that laid that hit out.
Anybody who laid that hit would have gotten a suspension. My guess is it would have been 4, maybe 6.
Mm-hmm.
And all the extra was because it was Tom Wilson, and it's been 4 suspensions
and there's
in 105
injury,
games.
All that factors in.
But back to Marchand, whatever he's called. We have to call everybody
Just
two
call him
names
Brad.
now.
Just call him Brad.
I'm going to say 2 things that are completely at odds with each other. Number 1, I like the fact that the game still has some antagonists, villains. I mean, professional sports is theater. And if everybody's as between the lines and as Connor McDavid, it's a boring league. So I like the fact that as a journalist and as somebody who covers the game and as a fan of the game, I like the fact there are heroes and I like the fact there are villains. And Marchand is a fantastic villain. Having said that, I know the league rationalized it as, well, you know what, they danced around long enough and Eller finally got his mitts off, so it's not the same as Domi giving Ekblad a bop in the head. I just watched the tape back and I'm looking at Eller and I go, I understand the Bruins are mad at him for what he did, and I understand the old-time values and everything else, but Marchand jumped a guy who had no interest whatsoever in fighting, and pounded him and beat him pretty good. Sliced open the side of his head, hit him right in the button, and as he was falling on top of him when he was on the ice, tried to give him one more shot. If the league had said, you know what, that's no good, and decided to fine him or suspend him or do whatever they were going to do to him, I would have been perfectly fine with it too. And that, because now the Caps, you come back to the age-old thing, and that, so the Caps' response would be, okay, next time we play Boston, maybe we'll get Tom Wilson to go smack David Pastrnak around. Now, it'll have to be after the first quarter of the season. But that's how the Caps feel about it. So,
well, that's the irony of the whole old school, new school, where you're trying to get rid of plays that Tom Wilson is known for.
It's funny that a guy gets 20 games and then a guy just grabs another guy and dummies him. No, nothing.
But if Wilson was on the ice, I'm not sure Marchand does that last night.
I think he does it in a heartbeat.
You think he still does it?
Sure.
I think he knew exactly what Let me put it this way. If Wilson scored the 7th goal and did that, there isn't a chance Marchand touches him.
Maybe
he knew exactly what Doherty was doing.
Or I wonder if Brad was smart enough to look at the clock.
I guarantee he would be.
And because
he's a smart hockey
if he
player,
gets
he
the
knows
instigator
the
and instigates a fight
out
inside 5 minutes, it's an automatic suspension.
And he wouldn't be playing against the Sabres.
Do you think he maybe opened Pandora's box, though? Because throughout his career, I've wondered why no one's done that to him. No one's walked up to him and said, "I'm beating the hell out of you. I hit you, submarine
How many
my
guys
guy."
are there like who do that?
Well, not many, but
many
apparently
left.
Brad Marchand does.
And he can fight.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
you better get ready.
Okay, but I'm saying if Wilson grabs him, what's the league going to do? Like if
I don't think
Wilson
Tom
grabs
Wilson's
him,
grabbing anyone when he comes back.
no?
He'll play the game as hard as he can, but I mean, if he doesn't get the message by now, he's in big trouble, and he'll be keeping his nose as clean as it possibly can be.